Let me just explain what I mean by that. If you have a farm owned by two people and you intend to pass it on to a child or grandchild, well, what you will get is two standard £500,000 tax-free allowances. That's charged at the nil rate. You get 175 grand tax-free for the residence nil rate band. And then, because you're a farmer, you get two £1 million tax-free allowances for agricultural property inheritance. So there is a world where, frankly, lots of people here, even people who think they're going to be affected by this, unless they have a £3 million plus estate, and as long as they're passing it on to their children, they won't be affected by it. And there's a taper as well. So there is no doubt that even with these changes, farmers' agricultural assets will be taxed way more generously than any assets you or I or anyone listening to this who are not farmers will be charged at.
But then I spoke to a guy who has come up for the protest, who's a farmer, whose dad died in February, dropped dead in the farmyard, age 65. And he told me that he is now going to be clobbered because even if his dad had prepared with this 7-year rule that you can pass on an asset to a child, to a family member, but you have to live for 7 years for it to be inheritance tax free. How do you plan for that if your dad drops dead? Listen to what Charles had to say.
The farm's jointly owned between my father and my mother. There's no plans or succession or anything like that put in place.